What is going on, guys? DBG here, and today we are going to be going over the brand new limited reward. And lads, this card's good. This is the best limited reward we've had. Outside of Jaylen Brown was pretty good last year. Kukoc was pretty good last year. And yeah, outside of those two guys, maybe this is probably the best. Jaylen Brown might have been might have made people's best teams last year. So maybe you could say Jaylen Brown's the best. But other than that, Morant is he's just ridiculous. Apparently, this guy, shout out to Detroit Got Next for letting me use his account. And this guy apparently he says he's the world's best Sadiq Bey. He's got a Huff. I fear this finish is kind of not much of a useless badge, or not much of a useful badge, but Huff catch and shoot. Huff catch and shoot, 3-point shoot. PSA 10, 38 goal patch Sadiq Bey. Wow. That card really is good. So, Morant. 88 3 ball, 89 mid, 95 driving, 92 ball handle, 79 steal, 85 perimeter defense, 93 speed, 93 speed ball, 93 acceleration, 89 lateral quickness. Like, that is insane. The guy that a lot of people are comparing him to is Francis. And you can really see why. So if you compare these two guys right here, you've got 3 extra Huff badges on. Does Francis come with 38 golds? I need to check to see if he added any extra badges to Francis. If he did, then we're just gonna take a look in. We're gonna take a look. So Francis, yeah, this is a base Francis. So difference is that you got like unstrippable, you got limit, or you got floor general, and you've got, well, they both have fast switch, and you get slithery and fearless finisher. So like floor general is pretty good because it gets +4 to everything. Other gold badges, you've got way more gold badges there on Steve Francis. You got like mismatch expert, blinders and stuff. Well, you get blinders, which I don't think you have on Morant. Morant gets lucky number 7. You get quick chain on. Does Morant not get quick chain? Yeah, he gets quick chain. So you get obviously the more gold badges with Francis, and you get more silvers with Jazz. So things like tight handles on silver and pluckable on silver. Sniper on silver, whereas you get sniper on gold with Steve Francis, and they both have a very similar amount of badges. So stats and badges wise, I don't think there's that much of a difference. 3-point shot, Jazz a little bit better. Dunking's the same. Ball handle's essentially the same. Defensively, Francis is going to be way better. Francis plus 29 interior, plus 10 block. Francis is going to be way better on defense at this stage in the game. Rebounding, Francis is better. Jazz faster, and Jazz a little bit better laterally. In terms of tendencies, they have neither of them have great tendencies. Francis that little bit better, and then if you look up at dunk tendencies, they're the exact same. So what you're essentially getting is Steve Francis, but at the end of the day, he's got a different jump shot and he moves slightly differently. So Steve Francis, if you guys don't know, he's got shifty dribble style, and I'm pretty sure, if I'm not wrong, Jazz might have quick, or does Jazz have shifty? No, Jazz and him both have shifty. Jazz gets his own signature size up. Like, he can left right if needed. He can burst out of things. He can quick shifty burst. It's pretty good. But again, Francis does left right that a little better. Either way, neither of them are D-Rose. But the way he bursts is really nice. I think they both come with the they both come with a really good behind the back. So for Steve Francis, you've got the Rim Runner Extreme, the Pro 3. Whereas for Morant, you've got the Kawhi Leonard behind the back. That can allow you to change directions a little better and allows you to 3-hunt better. So Pro 3 is great. Or I say Scotty's great, but I mean Kawhi is still pretty good as well. If you don't know, Kawhi is Pro 5. Which is funny, because as far as I'm aware, Kawhi didn't even have Pro 5 in the old games. Now he's called it Kawhi Leonard. But yeah, so his release, it's Paul George release. So it's a really, really good release in my opinion. It is easily one of the top maybe like 10, 15 releases for a point guard in this game, in my opinion. Actually, no, that's Gasnick, but it is a good release. Like, it's not 98, it's not 3, it's not Ray Allen, it's not Exum, but it is still really, really good. So, release-wise, again, he's going to shoot the ball really well. Hot zones, he can't shoot from the corner. It doesn't have them from the corners, but it doesn't really matter. I was about to check out his dunks, but I obviously messed up there. Here we go. That's not a great dunk. But yeah, in terms of movement, he doesn't do the... What's the behind the back spam like Francis does. But, other than that, he's like Francis without interior. He's like slightly better Francis, except he doesn't have interior defense. So he's probably slightly worse Francis. Like, it's preference. It is preference. Francis might be a little bit better, but if you prefer Paul George base, and Things player build looks bigger. Jazz player build looks bigger than Steve Francis. So it really all just depends on which of the two guys you prefer, because they're essentially the same player. And that's going to be the case later on in the year. Obviously, Rose moves a little bit different. But like back in the day, like we're going to get like a Jeremy Lin with like shifty dribble style, base 40. There's going to be like all these 6'3" point guards, 6'3" athletic point guards all blend into each other at the end of the year. So it's kind of first time where we've got two that are essentially the exact same card. But I mean, for limited, like if you weren't able to get Francis, and if you, like without question, this guy is debatably better than Marcus Smart. Like he's better, in my opinion, he's way better than Wall. Don't get me wrong, like I personally think that Jazz is definitely better than Wall. Like he's easily top 5 point guard in the game, arguably top 2, depending on what you like. He could arguably be top 2 because he does move and dunk as well as anyone not named Steve Francis and Penny Hardaway. So Penny Hardaway, very, very solid. So, let's go and play a game of TT Online. 46 and 83. He did tell me that he just plays TT offline for XP, which is understandable. Or TT Online for XP. Which is a bit of a weird one. So, like it's weird doing XP and TT online instead of offline. It actually could be quicker if your opponents actually do let you do XP. Like back last year, it actually was quicker to do it in online because you could literally just hop on the mic and just be like, "Yeah, can I? I'm doing XP," and normally people would let you, and they probably will again because you don't. The 100 isn't really a thing anymore. The 100 really was one of the worst concepts ever, wasn't it? Like, thankfully they fixed it. I actually enjoy this mode now. Like, I really enjoy playing this mode. And I think I'm going to give the other mode a chance. I'm not that high on, like, 4-point line and the fact that it looks to be a small court. Or sorry, I'm not that it looks to be a small court. Even though the court looks normal sized, that it, the problem is that, wow, that's terrible defense by me. Problem is the 14-second shot clock. Oh, yeah. Burst. Green. Oh, lag spike. Doesn't matter. Silver Sniper, you missed that? Really? And then the GOAT. The GOAT. Wang. Like, Wang's smaller than D-Rob, by the way. He's so much bigger than D-Rob. It's not funny. He's about 7'5". That's an exaggeration, but he's at least 7'2". Like, he's without question bigger than David Robinson. I'm not good at that. There we go, good shot. I'm not good at the quick and shifty burst. I keep just letting go too early. And triggering that animation where they kind of like the into out drill move and stumble over themselves. I trigger that way too often. Steal. Let's run Ja, let's run Ja. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Right to the basket. Dunk it. They're not, let's say they're not expecting the dunk. They didn't expect the dunk. They most definitely didn't expect what I did there. Jump. Good hand. Good board. Hit Ja. Oh my god, just let me dribble. Burst. Into the big. Back out to Ja. Green. Oh yeah, Ja. Oh yeah, Ja. That release is so nice. Again, like, it's PG. It's literally just PG release. Steal. Oh, wow. Jump, jump, jump. And Wang GG. He missed a 3 with Wang GG. Wow, that's not an easy thing to do. Green. Oh, yeah, Ja. He really can't shoot it. Did any of you guys see Bleacher Report putting Ja Morant as above Luka Doncic. Like, I get it. Ja has actually had a really good start to the year, but like, come on, that's gassing it. Luka Doncic got to nearly won an Olympic medal with Slovenia. Like, that's just crazy talk putting Ja. Right, Ja could well end up being one of the best point guards of a generation. Like, that might be, if Ja keeps playing like this for the next 18 months, then yeah, Ja over Luka can be an argument. But at the same time, it was the same list of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander 24 and Tyrese Maxey number 5. So Tyrese Maxey is better than Tatum and Trae Young. Tyrese Maxey better than both. Good job there by Ja Morant. That was probably the funniest. That was probably the funniest list I've ever read. Like, there is no worse list. Like, actually no, the list that put the rapper who put Stephon Marbury as number 28 as the 28th best NBA player of all time, and Muggsy Bogues in his top 75 was probably better. Oh my god, Ja doesn't miss. Ja doesn't miss. He does not miss at all. Okay, come on. Oh, come on. Burst. Burst to the basket. There we go. Easy layup. He's hitting contested. This Ja is ridiculous. He is actually ridiculous. Like, he gets way, way better. He gets way better dribbling animations, and his release is without question better than Steve Francis. Fade. Is that open? Yes, it is. Oh, we missed. Fades have definitely been nerfed. Like, I used to literally, if you guys used to watch me, I would only shoot fades. I would play this entire mode and only shoot fadeaways. Like, that's obviously shots not going to go in, but I would play 4 or 5 games this with just Chris Mullin shooting fades. There we go. It's nerfed. Like, he's literally got shot creating take. There we go. About time. Ja's ridiculous. Like, he's crazy. Like, absolutely crazy. And when we're talking free point guards, like, if we didn't get Steve, imagine how good this card would be if we didn't get Steve Francis last week. But at the same time, how good was Steve Francis last week? Like, these cards are all scarily good. Like, they're all scarily good. Like, again, you get this guy for getting 6 rings, and getting 6 rings was not that hard this season. It really wasn't. And like, Ja, I mean, Ja's in that conversation. He really is in that conversation for best point guard in the game. He is really in that conversation. Like, this guy right here. His player and build looks really good. Model looks really good as well. He is that good. He is that good. If you missed out on Ja, you better hope you got a good Hall of Fame badge, because Ja is so freaking good. And even if Ja doesn't make your team, I don't know. I just like card collecting, and I think this is... I like the way that the limited reward... It's still not better than Peyton. Like, he's not better than Peyton. He's not better than... probably not better than Francis, but I mean... You can argue him in the top 5 points. You can argue him as... Honestly, you could probably argue him over Peyton because he moves so much better and dunks so much better. You could argue, I don't think he is, but you could argue him as the number 1 point guard in the game. That's how good I think Ja Morant is. I wouldn't do it, but I think it can be argued. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.